class we have learned how to arrange or organize data. Okay, that is group frequency distribution table we have learned, and that is the way of representing a large number of data. Next is how to represent these data. There are many ways to represent data. Okay, data can be represented graphically to give a clear idea of what it represents. Do you remember the different types of graphs which we have learned in earlier classes? First is we have learned pictograph. This pictograph is a pictorial representation of data using symbols. If you remember, if I say this means 100 cars. Okay, now if I have to represent that production of cars in a factory, say in the month of July, 100 cars, and in month of August it has produced 300 cars, and in September say 250 cars it has produced. So if I represent this as 100 cars, so for the month of July, how many circle I will draw? 1. Okay, in the month of August, 3. Okay, and for the month of September we will draw 2, and another one is half. Okay, we have learned this. Next, what we have learned? Next we have learned bar graph. Okay, bar graph is a display of information using bars of uniform weight. That means here we are representing data in form of picture. Here we are representing information in form of bars. Bars can be of two types. One is vertical bars, another one is horizontal bar. Okay, and their weight or height are proportional to the respective values. Okay, so if this is number of, say, two variables, this is number of students, and here this is year, say the year wise variation of number of students in class 8. Okay, if I say in the year 2003-2004 the number of students was 50. 2004 to 2005 number of students is 100. 2005 to 2006 it is 150. Okay, so how can I represent? Say if it is 0, this is 50, 100, 150. Okay, I will take equal weight of this bar. Say this is 2003-2004, and next is in 2004-2003 it is 100. This is 2004-5. This is 2005 and 2006. This is 150 of students. This gap should remain same, and this width also should be same for all the bars. Okay, this is the bar graph of this information. We have learned it. Okay, that this height of this bar give the quantity for each category. Okay, 50 students, 100 students, quantity of that category. And this is, if we can represent this bar graph when that information is given, and if this graph given, we have learned how to interpret those graphs or bars. Okay, next what we have learned? We have learned double bar graph. Okay, now that is a set of a bar graph or a double bar graph shows two sets of data simultaneously. That means the same graph, we can use this double bar graph to compare two data. Okay, it is useful for the comparison of the data. So take an example. Say I'll compare score or performance of a student in first term and second term. Okay, say I'll take maths, science, English and Hindi. Okay, so this is first term and this is second term. Marks he has got in second term. Say in first term maths he has got out of 80, he has got 70. In the second term he has got 75. Science 74, this is 78. English it is 72, this is 60, this is 70. Okay, now you have to represent this on a bar graph. So for the two term I have to draw two bars. Okay, this axis I'll take that this marks and this it is the subject, and say this is 0, then if I 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay, now this is the marks obtained by the students. Okay, and say in the first term in math he has got 70. And in second term he has got 75. That first term and second term I have to differentiate. If I represent this as first term, I have to represent this. Okay, and science he has got 74 in the first term and 78 in the second term. This way we can draw bar graphs or double bar graphs, and easily we can compare in which subject he has performed better in which term. That means second term he has performed better. Here again in the second term he has performed better. If we see in case of English, there is no improvement or no change is this. And the first term he has got 72 and in the second term also he has got 72. Okay. So this way we can easily compare these data. So these are the recap what we have already learned. Thank you.